From 1961 to 1989, the Berlin Wall was a symbol of conflict of the Cold War. On November 9, 1989, the Soviet Union and Germany compromised to tear down the wall to bring freedom and prosperity to East Berlin. The fall of the wall made all of Europe stronger.
The Berlin Wall split families, friends, and loved ones. Many people were left without a job. The U.S. had a big role in the Berlin Wall falling down. Then all of a sudden they wanted the wall to come down because of the devastating loss in the East German economy.
Germany in the 1920s blossomed after the devastation of World War I. They lived by live fast, die young. They called it the Golden 20s. It was a happy time for them.
Then things took a turn. 10 years after World War II, Germany was rebuilding. Berlin had been severely damaged. East Berlin was controlled by the communist government of East Germany. West Berlin was occupied and supplied by West Germany and its allies.
America wanted to help Germany rebuild after the devastating loss of World War II, so they created the Marshall Plan. America was willing to give Germany $13 billion in today's money to help Germany rebuild. The Soviets rejected the money. They did not want help from America.
In a letter from Communist leader of East Germany, Walter Ulbricht, to Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev, Ulbricht wanted to make a peace treaty. He wanted to solve the issues going on in the Soviet Union. The treaty was signed but never put into motion.
Living in West Berlin was much different than living in East Berlin. The population of East Berlin was 4.5 million. The population of West Berlin was 2 million. East Germany was stronger socially. West Germany was individualistic.
The Berlin Wall was thrown up overnight on August 13, 1961. The leader of Germany thought that it represented a symbol of the Cold War. East and West Berliners felt abandoned. Many people were outraged. One man recounted as a child a family would come over every year on August 14th to celebrate his birthday. Until 1961, everything changed. On August 13th, he heard that there had been news on a new border between East and West Germany. He got a call from his aunt saying they couldn't make it across the wall. His family was then divided.
This didn't just happen to him. It happened to many families. Also, many people had to lose their jobs as they would travel from East to West Berlin or West to East Berlin. It was devastating news. Many people died trying to cross the wall. Enda Ziekman was the first of 92. She was trying to get to her day job. She died on August 22, 1961. The last person to die was Winfried Freudenberg on March 8, 1989, trying to cross the wall using a hot air balloon. His balloon unfortunately fell.
This is what President Kennedy said about the wall in 1963, 2 years after the wall was built. He said he paid tribute to the spirit of the Berliners and their quest to freedom. The crowd roared with approval upon hearing the president's dramatic announcement. "I am a Berliner," he says.
On June 12, 1989, Ronald Reagan challenged Germany to take down the wall. He said, "Tear down this wall." He told the leader of Germany at the time, Mikhail Gorbachev, to open up the barrier between East and West Berlin. He asked, "Why is the wall even there?" He said, "The fall of the wall will be a belief coming into a reality," in his speech.
The spokesman for East Berliners Communist Party said at midnight the wall would go down. This was a shock to everyone. He didn't explain himself. He didn't answer any further questions. He got up from his chair and left. The meeting was over. People from East and West Berlin gathered that night, so excited and in disbelief that the wall was coming down. Many people from West Berlin were spray painting the west side of the wall.
Gunnar Schabowski announced that East Germans could freely cross into West Germany starting immediately. He failed to clearly that some regulations would stay the same. People quickly crowded the wall on both sides. East and West Berliners came together to celebrate.
At midnight, many people were hammering and beating down the wall. Lots of people were sitting on top of it, as East and West Berliners reunited for the first time in close to 29 years.
Not only did it reunite East and West Berliners, it connected Germany. One person said, "We watched the wall fall in joy and disbelief." Families were reuniting, and that meant for Regina Lebanon that she got to see her children again. For the USA, that meant the Cold War was over. The USA was so happy that the Berlin Wall had finally fallen down. 82% of the public paid attention to the news.
The final collapse of the wall happened 2 years later. When the wall came down, the Soviet Union had fallen apart. There is only one Berlin now. This change was good for Berlin and Germany because their economy grew and rates were much better. Now you can freely cross into East and West Berlin.
Germany finally felt that they had something in history to be proud of after the fall of the Berlin Wall. Before that, they felt that they had nothing really to be proud of. Some people still stand with the Berlin Wall, including Egon Krenz, a part of Germany's government. Krenz wasn't at the 20-year anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall in Germany.
This matters today because there would still be war going on. Families would be separated by a wall. People would die trying to escape, risking their lives for freedom. The wall was a symbol of conflict, so the wall coming down meant there wasn't conflict between them anymore. Germany has improved a lot since the wall came down.
In the end, we believe the fall of the Berlin Wall was good. It reconnected families, friends, and loved ones. Now there is only one Germany, and there is no Soviet Union. Lastly, the Cold War has ended.